What is most difficult for people who have post-polio conditions? For those unaware of their polio exposure, who work with clinicians who are also unaware of or do not screen for post-polio conditions, there can be an extended period of uncertainty and frustration for both when trying to establish the source of symptoms and an accurate diagnosis. Because the symptoms of post-polio conditions include fatigue, pain, and weakness, a person's symptoms can be dismissed as aging. At a minimum, this assessment is troublesome for many who manage symptoms caused by polio. They know their fatigue, pain, and weakness is not like anything their peers experience. They know that these symptoms emerged earlier than they would have with normal aging, and some know that they had to leave the workforce earlier than they would have preferred. It can be very difficult to cope with body and function changes at any stage of life. Those who are hospitalized with polio as a child are dealing with similar changes for the second time in their life. This second period of experiencing a loss of mobility and a need for equipment can bring back memories of negative experiences from their childhood polio. The onset of post-polio symptoms can result in lifestyle changes to things like self-care, routines, habits, expectations, tasks, work, family roles, activity, and community participation. When fatigue becomes more interfering, or when weakness progresses, people experiencing post-polio conditions have to face adapting their lifestyle in an attempt to maintain quality of life and their safety. What can help during such changes is the person maintaining purpose, participation, and establishing future-oriented coping strategies. Because their initial exposure to polio was decades ago, and because polio has been eradicated in Australia, those who identify as polio survivors can feel forgotten by society. They also report feeling frustrated by health professionals who have a limited awareness and understanding of post-polio conditions. This results in the person having to teach their clinicians about post-polio conditions, something that clinicians are licensed to treat and expected to do no harm in treating. For those people with lifelong impairments who benefit from supportive equipment, there are long-term concerns about obtaining, fitting, maintaining, and replacing worn equipment over their lifespan. Equipment is usually very specific, and thus it is costly, and it takes time to acquire, as consultation with well-informed and highly skilled clinicians and services is needed. Being able to access support services and obtain quality health opinions is not easy for those who seek them. This is especially true for those living in remote or regional areas. While there has been progress in providing equitable government support for those who are disabled, and for those who are aged, there is an imbalance of support for those who are both aged and disabled in Australia. Finally, a challenge faced by those exposed to polio is simply knowing what to do and what not to do. This is tied to the wide variability in symptom onset, intensity, rate of progression, and impact on function for individuals. Because each individual is unique, there are few universal answers or pieces of advice that guide all people with a history of polio. Carers and clinicians who work closely with people who have post-polio conditions are often the best place to guide them and answer questions specific to their ability and symptoms. What can you do to help those experiencing post-polio difficulties? Be aware of these challenges and be supportive of those with a history of polio as they try their best to navigate their post-polio health experience. It is very helpful for you to act as an advocate for the people in this group. You should also advocate for those individuals who may not have the health literacy, language skills, or confidence to communicate their health and function needs. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. By understanding post-polio topics, you are helping to improve health outcomes. Visit Polio Australia's website for further information and to download resources.